Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
All right, it's the best episode of the year.
Your favorite.
It's the Systembolaget Christmas beer episode. Hooray!
Hooray!
And the official kickoff of the advent calendar season.
That's why I love it the most. It's
know.
not really for this particular episode, even though it is a lot of fun.
But we get to try so many beers.
Exactly, because this year was what was it? 357 different
Something
beers?
like that, yeah. On the day of the release, which is they usually separate the small and local from the Christmas release.
But they didn't.
But this year they didn't. So on the Christmas beer release, of which the majority of it were Christmas themed beers of some sort, there was well over 350 beers that were released. So you could find everything from a winter warmer to a winter ale to a dark lager to
regular IPAs.
regular IPAs and beyond. So as always, we gather a wide collection of different breweries and kind of do a little sample of different Christmas beers.
And this year we're doing all 357 beers.
Hold on, this is going to be a very long episode, and we're going to be really drunk. So, no. But what I did do is I always like to try to find things that are new for the season that haven't been previously released. And, the things that sound good, usually I just go off of packaging. I don't always, because they're not rated whenever they're released. So we don't really know, is this good, is this bad? We can't really tell. We can just say this has a really fun label and it's a style that I don't hate. So those are the qualifiers that we have.
Right.
So like I said, today we have 7 beers. Are they the best 7? Probably not. Are they the worst 7?
Probably not.
Probably not. But they all are very Christmassy. So that was the main thing here. So we're very excited to get to this. Some of these are well-known breweries that we've had many times, and some of them are somewhat new breweries or maybe breweries we haven't featured on the show. At least 2 of these I'm pretty sure we haven't featured before.
I think you're right.
Maybe 3. But first we have from Omnipollo. They have released a oat winter must sour, and it's alcohol free.
Yep.
So 0.5% ABV, and I really do not like Julmust, as we've well established.
So as we have established, if any listeners are new listeners and aren't located in Sweden, must is this spiced soda.
Right. So it's kind of like a spiced cola kind of.
Yeah.
And then when Coca-Cola came into Sweden, they tried to create their own version of it, and it did not work because the market was so ingrained. Swedes love tradition, and once you have a tradition established, it's almost impossible to break. So Coca-Cola was not able to even get like a pinky hold into the market for this area unless they just bought out the the brand itself.
Sweden is one of the few countries where sales of Coca-Cola go down during Christmas. We buy less Coca-Cola because we have must instead. Wow.
Yes, Julmust and Påskmust, which is the same thing but just with an Easter package.
Okay, the show's over.
Yeah.
you just lied. They're completely different recipes, obviously.
Are they really?
No.
I mean, I would say they taste exactly the same. Maybe they are. Maybe they're slightly different.
The joke is that they are different recipes. You just don't have the palate to
right. Well,
understand
because the last bottle that was sold in December and the first bottle of Påskmust, which is sold in like March, it's too far apart. No one's stockpiled, so.
But there are so many instances of labels being you're able to peel off the label, and there is the Christmas variety underneath the Easter variety.
That's amazing.
So come on.
All right.
So this is oak aged.
Apparently.
It smells like soda.
It smells exactly like a cola. Yeah.
Thing is, there are these candies that are cola flavored, like brown. Soft candies. This is what this tastes like, the Coca-Cola candies that are not allowed to be called Coca-Cola.
They're cola bottle shaped candies.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Cola bottle.
Yeah.
Come on. But that's what this tastes like. So this tastes like Coca-Cola in candy form.
It's almost like a Coca-Cola if there was just a little extra lemon juice and a little extra ginger.
Oh, you get ginger from this one.
It could be also extra lemon juice. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely ginger in there. But for me, it's like a Coca-Cola with lemon juice added.
Yeah.
I don't know what the oak part is, but it's tasty.
Sure.
I mean, it's for a non-alcoholic beverage, or you might as well just call it what it is, a soda.
Yeah.
It's good. I would give it like a 30.
Yeah, 2.7.
You're so hard on
Yeah, but come on.
non-alcoholic beers.
What is this?
It's automatically disqualifier because it's non-alcoholic. You're always like, why don't I just drink a beer instead?
No, but it doesn't even try to taste like any beer style. Non-alcoholic sours that taste sour are fun. Non-alcoholic IPAs that taste like hops are fun.
Yeah. Well, what we don't have this year is we don't have any other Julmust inspired seltzers or beers or anything
That's
like
true.
that. We've been burned by those a lot.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's just, and plus I don't think there really were any this year that we hadn't already tried. So I don't think there's anything new in that area. So that's why we didn't go there.
I think you're right.
But what we did do is we tried a Brewski beer. Now Brewski had at least what you could call maybe 3 beers that were Christmas beers.
Yeah.
2 were very Christmas themed, and 1 was just kind of released on the same day.
Yeah.
But we went with it was a dark lager, a double IPA, and imperial stout.
Yeah.
We went with the dark lager because that's the most Christmassy, and it's got a Santa Claus that looks very angry and determined on the front of it.
Exactly. And a dark lager thematically works the best with like Christmas food.
It does.
The double IPA just happened to have a Christmas tree on it. That was it. That's the entire Christmas.
I think it was Piney Winter.
Yeah,
they called it.
No, so they wanted it to taste piney. Sure.
Could be. That was my thought. I was like, well, a piney IPA. We haven't one of those in a while. This is a nice dark lager. It's retained its head.
Good appearance. Good.
Yeah. It's almost kind of bready on the
Yeah,
nose.
exactly.
So, yeah, it should be good.
Bready and a little bit caramelly on the nose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is called Julbauer. It is a 5-point Julbauer.
Julbauer, yeah. Yeah.
What? That's right.
Yeah, you did. You said it correctly. I didn't know what it was called.
And it comes in at a 5.2% ABV. So here's a fun thing about Swedish. When you speak English all the time and then you throw out a Swedish word, it confuses the shit out of Swedes. They look at you like, wait, what did you just say? And you always feel like, oh, did I say that wrong, or did I say something about their mom? But yeah, it's always a fun look on the face.
Exactly. Yeah, but this is a real. The label is really Christmassy. I went to Systembolaget on the day of release to buy some other stuff, and I was looking for it was an IPA from Crooked Moon, the Swedish brewery, and it was called Garden Variety.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it, so I asked someone for help, and they were like, let's look over here. And they found it with the Christmas beers. Because Garden Variety, there was a gnome on the front.
Well, of course.
A Garden Variety gnome. But a gnome isn't Christmas. A gnome isn't a Santa Claus.
It is not. But if you're not really paying attention, you're like, oh, that's kind of a Santa Claus thing.
Exactly.
Christmas beer.
So I think that was shoehorned in.
I think the up front it's a little boring, but the aftertaste is really kind of roasty and a little bitter. Some nice characters coming through it in the aftertaste, which really I think elevates it in a way I thought was going to be really flat going in. I haven't really been hitting Brewski very hard as far as their beers go because they peaked a number of years ago, and I feel like they've just been kind of coasting for quite a while. But I feel like maybe they're getting it together again and trying to put out better stuff. They seem to be definitely putting up more on the market recently.
This is a good, when I say plain, I mean like simple beer. I think this one would appeal to a lot of non-craft drinkers.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm going to go with the 3.5 on this.
Me too.
I think it's a really solid entry.
I agree.
Okay, well next up is, I'm not even sure which
What brewery?
This is Good Jul Anna, and it is from...
It says Berga and Götaälvdalens. Those are probably places. We should have researched first.
Is it Dugas?
It's made at Dugas.
It's made at Dugas, but I'm not. So we may have to do a quick look up online because there's no clear. Maybe it's Barca is the name of the brewery.
Maybe. So the name of the beer is Götaälvdalens, and Enna is like an ending you say in Gothenburg. Hello, Enna. Like Canadians or Australians would have this A.
Yeah. Okay.
So Enna is the Gothenburg A. It doesn't exist on Untapped.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, at any rate, Martin is trying to find out what beer this is. This again comes in at a 5.2% ABV. It is a lager, I would guess, based on the looks, and it has a nice, deep caramel kind of color to it. A little breadiness on the nose. Looks really good. Let's just go ahead and toast on this one.
Cheers. So Systembolaget says that it is Dugas.
Yeah.
And it's a Märzen.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. A mid-dark Märzen / Wiener style.
Okay, I guess I could go with the Wiener style, but
not really.
Yeah.
I feel like Systembolaget is cheating by combining Märzen and Wiener style.
But does Systembolaget write those notes, or does the brewery send the notes in with the beer?
This was the style. This was one of the Systembolaget's categories.
Okay, but then wouldn't that be Systembolaget saying that?
Systembolaget has said that style.
But I mean, but wouldn't the brewery have put that in?
Yeah, but if it is a Wiener, then that's the only category they can put it in.
Oh.
It's kind of boring. It's more boring than the dark lager from Brewski.
Oh, for sure. But it's still very drinkable. It's not quite in the crushable category, but it's still very palatable, very drinkable, but very middle of the road.
3.
Easy 3, yeah. So far, we're doing pretty good. We haven't hit any real dogs. So
no clunkers.
Yeah. All right. So next up we have from Stockholms Brygghus. Hey, tomtegubbar. It is a light lager, a light Christmas beer with citrus and mandarin in it. It comes in at 5.5% ABV, and this should be a lot of fun. I thought, this one sounded pretty interesting. Plus, it's got 3 little Santa Clauses on the front, which is kind of cute.
Exactly. But I thought Stockholm Brewery closed.
That was my understanding, but maybe they didn't.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe they just haven't quit producing or something. I don't know. I remember there was something about they were going to quit doing wild ales. Maybe that was it.
Maybe that was it.
They were focusing more on just regular styles that weren't difficult to produce and were more consumer friendly.
Because it's not that there are 2 different ones, right? It's Stockholm Brewing Company.
This is Stockholm Brygghus.
Yeah. So is there one in English and one in Swedish?
I don't know. So many choices, but this one is. I don't get a lot of citrus notes off of this, since they say it has citrus and mandarin, so lemon and orange flavors.
I think they're 2 different ones. I think there is a Stockholm Brewing Company and Stockholms Bryggery. I think they seem to be 2 different entities. That's weird.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, there is some citrus notes in there. Definitely.
Mandarin?
Definitely hitting the mandarin. Doesn't hit you over the head like a lot of these kind of fruited lagers or something can be quite unbalanced or quite too much in one direction. But this is really subtle. It's really tasty. I'm actually quite surprised with this one. I think the mouthfeel is quite warm and solid. This is a good beer.
Yeah, sure. I do get the fruity flavors,
Yeah.
but it is kind of.
You're not as much of a fan as I am, apparently.
I'll give it a 3.5.
Yeah, it's basically where I am. I think what's unfortunate is that you get the citrus on the first flavor, but the second sip it just kind of disappears.
Yeah.
And it just kind of but it still has a bit of a bitter finish to it, which I like. It gives you something still. It doesn't just kind of like quit.
That's true.
As soon as you finish it.
Strong
So,
3.5.
Yeah, almost 375, I would say.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, if it was a little fruitier, it would be a 375.
Yes.
Because then it would have more to offer. All right, so how would you pronounce this one?
The fifth one,
It's Troy Alva.
yeah, so the brewery is Lödöse Brewery, Troll och Elva schwarzbier. So Troll is a troll and Elva is a fairy or saying elf is wrong, but
Yeah.
elf as
It is a fairy though, because if you look on the can, on the one side there is a troll, and he's very, very in the dark. He's not very well lit. And then the other side is a fairy. So they are delivering on the. Oh wait.
What did you find?
Well, this is so interesting. It's so weird that like so many of these beers we've had questions about the source of origin. Like the Brygghus one is kind of murky, and then the Stockholms Brygghus. So on the front here we have was it Lodos Brewery?
Yep.
But on the side it says Götaälvdalens Brygghus.
Götaälvdalens Brygghus. Yeah, that's a different brewery.
Yeah, so again, interesting. Not really sure where this beer's coming from either.
At Untapped, it's called Götaälvdalens Brygghus / Lödöse Brygghus. They're one entity.
Okay.
Apparently, I've had a couple of beers from them.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. This one smells really interesting.
Let's try it.
It's got a really strong nose, like very much a rye bread molasses kind of.
Yeah.
Much more than I was expecting this to be really like inert, like it doesn't smell anything. But wow.
It has, it's a slight, almost a buttery taste.
For me, it's a little ashy. It's almost falling into Baltic Porter kind of.
There's something wrong with this one. This isn't how most schwarzbiers taste.
Yeah. I think they roasted the malts a little too hard here.
Yeah.
Because it definitely comes, like I said, it goes over the Schwarzbier into almost like a Baltic Porter kind of smoked flavor. But the roasty notes on the nose.
So roasted that it almost is a little acidic. Like
you're getting a little licorice on that, a little acidic. Interesting. I don't know that they nailed the style very well, but they created an interesting beer nonetheless.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
Wow.
I'll have to dock it because I wanted to drink a Schwarzbier.
Yeah, for the style, it does not fit the style at all. I would say, if we're just going per style, it's like a 2. But I think it's pretty tasty. I still find it very drinkable, so I'm going to give it a 3.
And I'm going to go 275.
Okay.
So I'll agree with you. We can't just go by style.
Yeah.
But I don't want to drink more of it. I would much rather go back to even the non-alcoholic one.
The good news is it's only 5.6%.
Yeah.
So you can drink it and all the other ones too. Okay. So next up is from Rocky Point Brewery, and they had 2 different beers to choose from. I think they were one. This is a winter ale, and the other one was a slightly different style, but I don't remember what it is now. And it had a reindeer on the front.
Yeah.
And apparently, it had very much a Santa theme this year because 3 of the 7 beers have a Santa Claus on the front, and this one has a Santa Claus that looks like he's into doing like the luge or the skeleton or something with his helmet. But it's a lot of fun. It's a really cool can, and it is they're from Holland.
Yes. So Eosa is the town outside of, so north of Varberg, south of Gothenburg.
Okay.
I have a friend who lives nearby, so I've never visited him, but a lot of people did visit him, and they went to the brew pub.
Okay.
So the brew pub, Rocky Point, has been...
Rocky Point is a brew pub?
They have one, yeah.
Have one or had one?
I think that it still exists.
Okay.
And they had their beer there for the longest time, and I had never tried it. So it's a recent development, as far as I've understood, that they have it at Systembolaget, where you can order it to other cities.
All right.
Unfortunately, they're not very good.
Oh.
in my.
Okay. So what you've had in the past is not impressed, is what you're saying.
No.
All right. Well, this is called Rad Santa, and it says a merry and rad Christmas. 5.6% ABV, winter ale. All right, let us get into this.
Oh, a winter ale.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Well, yeah, we'll take a sip first.
A little bit malty.
A little herbal.
Caramelly,
herbal,
almost red ale-y.
Yeah, very much kind of in the red. I mean, it honestly almost kind of looks like a red ale.
Yeah.
In the presentation. So I was telling Martin that I was threatening Martin that there were so many winter ales or winter warmers that were coming out this year that I was going to just buy, like, I think it was like 11 winter warmers that I counted, of which we'd already, I think, reviewed 3 or 4 of them. So the ones we hadn't reviewed, I said we were going to have a winter warmer episode and just go through all of them. But I didn't do that.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I know.
It was a lot of fun.
I can probably still order them, so I doubt they've all sold out.
Oh, but I don't like the mouthfeel on this one.
No?
It's too low on the fun carbonation, so it's a little bit on the flat side.
It is a little on the flat side, yeah.
This style needs something to zhoosh it up, to make it more exciting.
I agree. I think if the carbonation was a bit higher, this would be pretty good.
Yeah, I think it would be better.
Yeah, right now you're right. It is a little flat, but it's not bad. Again, middle of the road, very much a 3 beer.
Week 3 or a strong 275. I'll go week 3.
I like the aftertaste. I think if there's enough of a bready herbal kind of flavor going on that it kind of keeps it interesting enough that I would easily drink the rest of this.
Yeah, sure. I'm not arguing against you on that point.
Good.
But the last beer is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Me too. So Dugas put out 3 imperial stouts. I think they're all imperial chocolate stouts. And the one was saffron.
One was chili.
One was chili, really.
I think so.
Okay, and then the third was the cherry.
And you bought the cherry.
I got the cherry because I really hate the saffron beers.
Yeah.
And it just sounded like the most kind of Christmas kind of fun. And this is a cherry brandy barrel aged imperial chocolate and extra cherry stout called Mon Cherry. It's part of their future barrel aging series. Comes in at a 14.1% ABV.
Fun. And Mon Cherry.
Mon Cherry.
Mon Cherry in French is my darling, my love.
Yes.
And this is Mon Cherry.
Yes.
So it's fun. It's a pun. Cheers. Oh, it smells like a lot. I haven't tried it yet, but it smells not so much cherry. It smells like a barrel-aged imperial stout.
I'll admit, I took a sip before I smelled it,
Yep.
but the vapors from the beer kind of shot up through the roof of my mouth. I was like, ooh, chocolate. It was so rich. And the aftertaste is kind of like this amaretto, cherry, marshmallow, marzipan-y kind of flavor.
This is really good.
This is excellent. I'm going to go online after this episode, buy another can.
This is better than I thought it would be.
By far.
I'll be honest.
Yeah. Not super amount of cherry, but the cherry that's there is kind of like like when you get the chocolate covered cherries.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's more of a candied cherry than like a straight fruit forward kind of cherry. But it's very rich. The aftertaste is just amazing.
And the aftertaste lingers for a long time.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I have to ask you. So it says cherry brandy barrel aged. Is that cherry brandy? Is the barrel cherry brandy, or is it brandy with cherries? Is the adjective to the beer or the barrel? I don't know.
I think the adjective is to the brandy because it's
cherry brandy.
It's cherry brandy, so it's cherry brandy barrel aged. So whatever cherry brandy is, I'll be honest with you, I have never had cherry brandy. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's delicious.
It sounds fun. I mean, I think in theory you can make brandy out of any fruit or berry.
Yeah, basically, it's kind of like because you have like Civivits, which is plum brandy,
Exactly.
which sounds amazing. It is not.
And you have Wilhelmovka, which is like pear. You
Yeah.
have Plinkovats, which is all the garbage fruit that people threw out, and it's the worst drink in the universe. And then if you do it on grapes in the proper region, you get cognac, right?
Yeah.
That is the truth, right?
Yeah.
We don't review that many cognacs on this show.
Yeah, it's called What's on Cognac. Where's that yak?
Oh,
Yep, that's our new podcast.
what?
Where's that yak?
Oh man. If this had more cherries, I think we would start to get annoyed.
Yeah.
Like it would start to bother us.
Yeah.
But it's just the right.
I think as it's warming up and it's getting a little more aerated, that cherry flavor is starting to pop through a little bit more. Almost like a fruit forward kind of cherry blossomy kind of thing. But this is really good. I'm really excited about this. Also makes me very glad I did not get the saffron.
Because it would. Yeah, maybe it would surprise you.
Maybe it would. Are you gonna surprise me later with the can of the saffron? Because that'd be awesome. I knew you bought it.
When you bought this one
Yeah.
and told me, I did buy the other two, but they haven't arrived yet.
I was super surprised. I ordered on Monday and I got the notification on Wednesday.
Yeah.
That was how quick. I was like, holy crap, man! Systembolaget is on the job today. It rarely goes that quick.
Yeah, exactly. No,
I almost thought, did I forget an order somewhere? And this is a thing that I ordered like a week and a half ago, and it finally showed up. I was like, no, I didn't do that. So
No.
good job, Systembolaget.
But when I get them, I can totally save the chili one for you.
I would like to try the chili one. That would be pretty amazing.
If it is chili.
I don't remember what it is either, but.
But this is close to 4.5. Either a weak 4.5 or a strong 4.25.
I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Yeah,
I think this is outstanding. Yeah.
Mouthfeel is good.
Yeah.
Aftertaste is good. There's a hint of barrels, which we want, but there's none of that like woody.
It's not tannic.
Exactly.
It's not over barreled, which is high watermark. I mean, that's a really good thing. Honestly, Dugas, their barrel aged stuff, usually pretty solid. There aren't too many times they've released something that you're kind of like, no, that's not good. Their stout game is usually pretty on point. Their IPAs are better than average, I would say.
Yep.
But I don't remember having many other fruited beers. In fact, I think I might pass over those.
Yeah.
But overall, as a brewery, I like Dugas quite a bit.
Was it like a year ago that they released an imperial stout called Lux or Lux or something
Yeah,
like that?
we reviewed it on the show. I think it was part of the advent calendar last year.
Ooh, I gave it like a 4.75 or something.
Yeah,
like,
I think we ended up having it like 3 different times.
Nice.
It was quite nice. It was a really good beer. 4.5 for me. Wow. I would say overall, probably one of our better blind buys for the Systembolaget.
Even though I put a few
Christmas counts.
under 3, we've had years where they were undrinkable.
I still remember last year we had this gingerbread winter warmer,
Oh.
and it was like, this is one of the worst things I've ever had. It was amazing. But yeah, this year, really solid lineup. If you're wondering what to get, if it has a Santa Claus on the label, you're probably not going to go wrong.
You need to go in and buy one of each.
One of each. I always recommend try as many of them as you can. They're going to be fun. Some are going to be a lot of the same kind of just variations on a theme, especially from the larger mass-produced versions. I might say even should avoid those. But really dig into your local brewery and try some stuff. Don't just go with the Mariestad Christmas beer. Try to bring in some local stuff for your Christmas table.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the breweries are taking a chance when they when the small scale brewers brew a Christmas beer. What happens if it doesn't sell out? What does Systembolaget will only buy in chunks, right?
Yeah.
Let's buy a chunk.
Most of these breweries aren't putting out like hundreds of cans of stuff.
No.
If you go in and you look, a lot of them are really small runs. So if you don't get them on the day, you may not have a chance to get them all. They may go out pretty quick, or they're gone by the week online. I know a lot of these, some of them, there's going to be a couple of hundred cans, so you'll have plenty of chance to get them.
Yep.
Other ones, they may only be like 50 cans.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, yeah. But yeah.
That's good. That's good. I wouldn't want our small-scale favorite brewers to be stuck with a lot of Christmas beer.
Christmas beers they can't sell. Well, it is 2 months, or they usually release it 2 months before for Christmas, so there's plenty of time to try to push those beers and sell them in the meantime.
And you can always relabel them to Easter beers.
Honestly, you could, because a lot of Easter beers are also in the same genre of schwarzbier, brown ale, lager. So,
but there's a reason for that. It's supposed to fit the food, which is high-fat foods, kind
right?
of.
Yeah. So it helps cut through the heaviness and lubricate the system to allow you to stuff yourself with more foods without feeling filled.
Exactly, but nice lineup, man.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this year's lineup.
Especially the point under the exclamation mark, which was the Mon Cherry.
Yeah. All right, so next episode, of course, will be December 1st. That will be the start of our advent calendar. I've got a theme this year. We'll see if Mark can figure out what it is. And anything special about the beers you chose?
I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah.
There is a theme.
Okay. So we each have 12 beers. We take turns, we draw from the
sack.
The sack, and we just try a bunch of different random beers. So we see what we brought. Usually there's lots of surprises. Sometimes there's some dogs, but we don't usually try to do that. We try to gild the lily, as they say.
Exactly.
Bring good stuff.
My goal is that all the beers will impress you. That's not the theme, though.
I wish that was the theme.
Yeah.
Beers that will impress Stefan. And then you spend a lot of money.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned, and you'll get one episode per day.
Yep. So we're up at here. You can find us online at what'sontappodcast.com, Instagram, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you find podcasts, you can find What's on Tap. So until next time.
Ho, ho, ho. Keep drinking, you dum-dums.